Hi YouTube, it's Fisher for Fitness. Today is Sunday, August 7th, 2011, and I'm making chicken noodle soup. I was going to make it with brown rice, but I'm actually going to make it with whole grain Barilla shells. So this will make it, carb friendly. And this is my own recipe. Right now I just have in here 4 carrots, organic carrots, 4 celery, stalks chopped up, and 1 large Vidalia onion. So I'm going to let that go a little bit, and then I'm going to add garlic. I'm going to use some elephant garlic and regular garlic, and then I'm going to take all that out, all the vegetables out, put some chicken in, just salt, pepper. Normally I use white wine to brown it because I haven't had wine in so many months. I have no wine in the house, so I'm going to brown the chicken without the wine. I think wine does give it a great flavor. And then I'm going to put some thyme, sage, tarragon, parsley, and some rosemary, and just make it really good. So that's what I'm having right now. And because it's Sunday and my free day, I'm pretty proud of myself. I have not cheated yet today. Just haven't had the desire, and actually did an hour's worth of abs, 45 minutes of an ab workout, a floor workout with weights. So I feel pretty good, and I'll show you what the soup looks like when it's done. So this is still cooking along, and the parsley, sage, and rosemary are from my garden. And the only thing I'm using that I'm buying is the tarragon and the thyme. So pretty excited about just using fresh herbs. It makes a world of difference. So as the carrots and celery start to get soft, I'm going to add the garlic. This is 3 cloves of regular garlic and 1 clove of elephant garlic. Just let that go for a couple minutes. And then I'm going to remove that. By the way, I'm making this with olive oil, if I didn't say what I'm sauteing it with. So I'm just going to let that go for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to remove it all from the stove, brown the chicken, and then put it all back in. So now I'm going to add 4 chicken breasts that are cut up bite size, and I got a new spoon because you don't want to cross-contaminate. So I have a different wooden spoon. I have a little olive oil coating the bottom of the pan. And then I'm just going to add the chicken. It actually looks like a lot of chicken to this pot. I usually use 3 or 4 chicken breasts. This looks like a lot. So you can season this. I don't put salt on it because the chicken broth is, even though it's low sodium, has a lot of salt in it. So I'm just going to put some pepper on it and just let it stir until it's brown, and then I'll put everything back in the pot. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to cut up the sage, parsley, tarragon, thyme, and rosemary. Most of it's from my garden. Just chop it up small, just really tiny. And then I'm going to put it in. While the chicken cooks behind me, I'll put it in right at the end. I don't put it in and let it cook through the whole time because I don't want it to be such a dominant flavor. I really want the chicken and the broth to be the dominant flavor. So I'm just going to continue to chop this until it's really fine. Not done yet, but I'll show you what it looks like when I put it in. So you don't want to overcook this chicken. You want to make sure that it's just slightly pink, just turning white. And then you're going to add the vegetables back in. So I'm just going to add the vegetables back in. And the carrots will continue to get soft while this cooks for the rest of the time. Put that all back in. And then I'll use this spoon. Just toss it. Then I'm going to add the chicken broth. I like the can, but the store didn't have the can, so I'm using the 48 ounces of the low sodium Swanson chicken broth. Just going to put all that in, and then I'm going to add 4 cups or 32 ounces of water. And I would normally add some more white wine right at this point. But because I'm on my diet and I don't have white wine, hopefully it won't change the flavor too much. So I'm going to put in the water. gonna let it go for about 20 minutes with the cover on. What you want to do is get it to kind of a boiling point so it will cook the noodles. And then you're going to put the noodles in for the last 10 minutes or however long it takes for them to get soft. And at the last 10 minutes, you're also going to put in the herbs, which we just chopped up, which are right here. So that's it. Soup's really easy to make, at least this soup is. And it's really healthy and nutritious, and I love soup, and the fact that I can have some carbs and whole grain carbs at that makes this just a meal. It's a great meal for lunch or for dinner. So it's been 20 minutes, and now for the last 10 minutes I am just going to put in probably half of this box of the whole grain shells. And then I'm going to add the chopped herbs. I'm also going to add some crushed red pepper just for some heat. This is completely optional. And I may add some poultry seasoning if the herbs don't have enough flavor. So here's the finished product, and I'm just going to plate it and show you what it looks like on the table. I'm also serving this with some whole wheat buns that are in the oven, which it's my free day, so I'm allowed to have that. This is what it looks like, and I will show it to you on the table. So I have some of these Alexia whole grain buns in the oven. They're made with whole wheat and flaxseed, and basically they come frozen and you just bake them. So I've never had them before, and since it's my free day, I'm going to have them. That's them in the oven. And they're pretty, reasonable in carbs. They have 17 grams of carbs per roll. So I would say, a little carby. So here's the finished product on the table. Here's what the buns look like. I haven't tried them yet, nor have I tried the soup. But this soup, normally what I do is put some grated Parmesan cheese over it. I like Locatelli cheese. The store was out of Locatelli cheese. So I'm just going to use this cheese, which is just a Romano. Actually, this is a Parmesan Reggiano. And basically I just put a lot in it, probably about a tablespoon and a half. And that will lower the heat from the spice of the red pepper. So we'll see how it tastes and see you soon. So the soup came out delish. Give you an up close and personal view of the soup. It's just really, really good. I would have to say my review of these buns that I never had before are just okay. They're a little grainy. They're okay. They're warm and they have butter on them, which really improves them, but they're just okay. And I only had one bite, so maybe it'll be better if I dip them in my soup. But right now, I would say they're just okay. I'd probably not buy them again, but don't really want to give a bad review without a couple more bites. So right now, just okay.